Pango. Picking the hero in current year, XD. So it's definitely for Quinn. So they're going to run Kunkka in the off lane, and it will be Watson taking Terrorblade. Dude. Oh, nice deny there from Skem. Just making sure he doesn't get give any gold over to Tofu for these. Dude, he has the Trapper here. This will actually cause some problems for Tofu. He won't be able to TP. So with the slow, there's the trap. Tomato closes the gap, and that will be first blood. Really sick play there from the Chen.
It's on even footing.
Yeah. Right now, though, this bottom lane looking pretty good for Gaimin Gladiators. I did maybe underestimate this. In comes the Nature's Prophet. They are going to be able to just put a lot of pressure onto the tower with this trio, and Divine Llama, he's going to try and drag this creep wave away. Doesn't have Timber's Chain quite yet, and has to pop the stick. He's dead. One more auto attack from Tofu should do it. No, it's going to be the Terrorblade instead. Watson will get the kill. Quelling Blade.
Ooh, surprise stun from the Lion. Actually going to get a kill in the mid lane with that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like TA doesn't really mind the Kunkka too much. As long as you get the refraction to dodge the Tidebringer, like you're not going to lose refraction charges to anything else. So for her, like the lane is pretty much just as long as you have a little bit of mana, you're chilling. And she does have a little bit of mana thanks to the help of the Satyr. Malady here behind the tower in some trouble. Divine Llama just needs one more Whirling Death, gets the kill. As Tofu tried to offer some assistance. He will clean up the ward. Now, Hellscream in some trouble. Gonna try and go for the deny. He gets it. Tofu wastes the blood grenade.
Really rough time, right? This Terrorblade versus the Timber. It's been going pretty well. They're even trying to steal the Wisdom Shrine off of this.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of damage coming in from Yopaj, but he's already lost his Flame Guard and will have to Remnant away, and we'll see if Hellscream can offer the damage. He's got him, and Hellscream will live! Dude, Divine Llama is level 6 now, so he has both his Chakrams.
Not sure you can really pressure him that much with these supports. Maybe when you're level 6 on the Pugna, but your level 6 is going to be delayed a little longer. If you get killed here.
Yopaj trying to use the amplified damage there and to find a kill onto the Pugna. Won't get him. Now Quinn's Rolling Thunder is about to end. Off the mark there with the Swashbuckle, and with Divine Llama coming in the Twisted Chakram, he might have the damage.
Oh,
that is bit. 4 points Whirling Death. He absolutely has the damage. Is a build for Phantom Lancer again. I think he's back, honestly. We just haven't really seen him too much. They're going to make a play here onto the Lion. Does get the Hex into the back line of the fight. The Timbersaw nearly kills Malady immediately. Chakram off the mark, and Divine Llama, he's killed himself under this ward. X into both. Skem's going to get pulled right back into death. It's a double kill for Quinn. As that is so much gold right into his pockets. And now Ember Spirit's on the backside of the fight. Lion tries to get the kill here to stop this Pugna, and he does. But now Yopaj out of resources. Hellscream will force him back. Try and make a play here around this Desolator. As 14-minute Power Rune spawns, Quinn tries to get the Arcane. He won't get it. Nice decrep there from the Pugna, buying some space. Rolling Thunder being pump faked. That is a lot of damage from this Quinn's Pango, and now Yopaj, he's in really deep. Rolling Thunder's going to come through, looking for Hellscream on the backside of the fight. Tomato looking to close the gap, as well as Divine Llama. They just get both of the supports right away, and now Quinn has to back away. Slight chains here, catches the Kunkka, stuck behind the trees. In comes the Timbersaw as the rest of Shopify will lock him down, preventing the escape, and they've done it. 3 dead on Gaimin Gladiators, all off the back of this Deso. They're doing a pretty good job at using these Skem creeps right now. He's actually going to find Malady here. He's going to go ahead, get the decrep off as Quinn tries to jump the backside, but a nice 3-hero chains out from Yopaj and Skem. He's still alive. Swashbuckle on through. They get the disarm now onto the TA, as well as Divine Llama just goes right into the hands of Watson. Quinn, the Rolling Thunder is still barely running, tries to get onto the high ground, does bonk them, but they turn around with a Finger of Death. The Hex, they got the kill, but Watson is still full HP, trying to do what he can here on the Terrorblade, but Tomato, he's also fully health. A great turnaround from Shopify off the back of Hellscream and Yopaj with these chains, continuing to just lock these heroes down. And we talked about the lack of control here in this game. They found Malady now as well. He does have a decrep available. He's going to try his best here to stay alive, but Yopaj doesn't want to chase any further.
I know they're losing.
It's a regen bottom. They're not going to find anything with this, but they will just go right up onto the high ground. Tomato will find Tofu, and it's not going to be a long life for him. The Silence actually catching the Pugna into the Hex. They clean up the Death Ward. He gets his Ethereal. He will TP out. That's a huge play from Watson. The fact that he actually lives here, I don't know exactly how that's even possible, but very happy. Now Quinn, Timber Chain out. Does he actually have the range? Oh, the swashbuckle. Wait a minute. Divine Llama just kills him in the trees instead. Okay, that hurts. On the other side, though, they do manage to find themselves a very quick kill here onto the Pugna as well. Chains onto 3 as Watson. He doesn't have a Sunder. He's going to try and just TP on home, and he will make it. Nature's Prophet not going to be as lucky. His TP canceled in from the Silence, but he will TP now, and he escapes. No, he dies in base to something. I actually don't know what he died to. Curse of the Old... No? Yeah, wait, what did he die to?
Probably one of the supports. And maybe Pango could get it. We kind of see some utility from Pango sometimes, but I think you need the damage from him this game.
That's a really nice find here from Tofu. Tomato is in really deep as well. He will give up his Aegis. Only had 40 seconds left, but they do manage to snipe the Nature's Prophet onto the backside. Yopaj runs in, taking a lot of damage from these Terrorblade illusions. Tomato still going to get caught from the boat, has to pop the meld, trying to survive here without vision, and they will have one more X pull back. In comes Timbersaw. A big damage nuke comes in from Divine Llama, and he's going to survive everything, and now they're on the run for Gaimin Gladiators. Timber chaining on forward. He gets himself a triple kill, as now it's just Malady and ultra kill for the Timbersaw. As, I mean, who bought it on Gaimin Gladiators, but I did see him get Yules in that last fight.
Kunka's got it.
Kunka did go.
He's going to need to use it here.
Yeah. He has to use it there on Tofu. There's the BKB out from Divine Llama, though. You can very easily just chase down Tofu. The Rolling Thunder doing a little bit of work here to try and disrupt the back line. But Quinn, he's all by himself. He knows he's dead. Nowhere to go as they chase for more, and that will be the Kunkka 4 fall for Gaimin Gladiators, as putting up absolutely no fight here. There's just no way out. Yeah, there's just GG. You can't win. You just don't have any damage that can stick onto Shopify's heroes, and they are 30,000 ahead at 26 minutes. An absolute beast of a performance, all starting from the lane phase and just a really slick draft.
Yeah, I do.
Oof. That is not a hero we see often, but it does give you the stun into the Dawnbreaker, and it's instant. Should lane pretty easy. Scum here. Gets silenced up. Taking a lot of damage here at this well. The Ignite does come through, though, and the ones who will definitely win this trade are going to be the Ogre team, as they do have a Fire Blast in a moment. The Blood Grenade, though, does come out. Nice stun from Tomato to keep him alive. And Dragon Knight, well...
to the Dragon Knight carry, right, coming into play, where over time he has just become less of a strong hero, though he's still really good in certain situations, like if you want to push fast. That last fight may be an example, though enough damage to finish the more to kill this time, as Skem comes back to lane. A new set of spells on this Enigma. Even though I know this is a strong lane, like the Undying Lina is a pretty good combo.
Yeah, well, they're going to go for Divine Llama immediately again as they drop the Tombstone. Now that's going to get cleared up, and Hellscream doing a ton of damage, but Divine Llama's dead. Back-to-back deaths here for this Enigma. Not particularly a fast hero at getting back into the lane.
Just because you need 10 units to get max value out of the Soul Rip. A lot of times you don't get that once the laning stage ends. But with Eidolons, it's actually really easy to have 10 units there, and that makes a difference, that top fight. Mid-runes.
Overall, pretty decent start. We'll see what they can get done in this bottom lane. Is they're going to bring Hellscream out now, and with the Gyrocopter just being quite quick, and unfortunately just bonking the backside of his Ogre, but they will still finish the kill. Plenty of slows coming in from the Ignite. And they're going to use this momentum to look for that 7-minute Wisdom Shrine. Now, we saw last game for a kill because typically the Dawnbreaker is like ulting in for the kills, which Yopaj here on the bottom side needs to be a little bit careful. And with that, we'll be able to orb away, gets away, does drop a coil that holds them down, and Yopaj will survive, but Quinn has a haste rune. And because of that, he will finally get some revenge here on this puck. Skem trying his best here to get away, and saw the gyro in the trees, but they're trying to get eyes on Malady and just prevent him from doing too much. There's no tombstone. They want to be able to drop the black hole, but here comes Hellscream. Stun is out from the missile. Can Watson actually die here?
He's so slow.
Divine Llama is so slow. He's trying so hard to just chase these heroes and get somewhere, but Tofu's coming in now as well, and there it is. The black hole finally connects onto 2. The silence out from Tofu might be enough to save Malady. Is there another Ignite coming? I don't think so. And now that Quinn is here on the Ember Spirit, this one's over. You need to back away here on Shopify. TP out on 2. I mean, you get the Lina kill.
And Ember usually just backs up in that time. Now you'll have the Blink stun.
There it is, Blink stun, like you said, right on to the Muerta. She's dead immediately. Coil and the missile follow-up. These will be the chain stuns. In comes the call down, hits Watson, but the Dawnbreaker's coming in with Malady just right on top of him. Tomato's got no way out of this one. And that will be 2 massive kills going back the way of Gaimin Gladiators. A lot of damage back to yourself. Looking for Ace here on the bottom side. Blink, Dragon Tail, into the missile. As the Rocket Barrage doing a lot of work here. Another Dragon Tail. There's going to be the call down. Trying his best to finish the job. With the Ignite, they might be able to, but they've caught the Dragon Knight. Once again, Quinn just needs a little bit of help, but he will not have the damage. Yopaj gets a coil out at the last second, trying to TP. He will survive. They all get out of this. That is incredible.
But it's still a little tricky.
Mid lane puck in trouble. Dawnbreaker's coming in as well. They've got the chain stun. That's a nice setup there from Tofu. Even through the shield rune, they had enough damage. And that is a concerning pick-off for Shopify because I don't know Gamba for it. Like, it was so bad. Tomato, smoked up. His smoke pops, blinks forward, finds Ace. Now, where's the follow-up? Yopaj will be there with the silence. You're going to need a little bit more for this. Dawnbreaker gets the ult off in the turnaround, healing through a good portion of this, buying a lot of space. The black hole on the backside finds Watson, gets pulled into the tombstone, but it's quickly cleaned up by these heroes. Stunned for so damn long. Silence doing some work as well, but the chains from Quinn has held them back somehow. Watson's gonna survive as a flurry of ignites will follow them back to the base, and Yopaj looking maybe to go for more. Just go right to Roshan. They're like, yeah, we'll just fight as a team. We don't care. Malady up onto the high ground here. Will get scouted. Tofu needs to be careful as well. He's going to pop himself into the tombstone immediately to try and buy some time. A great silence pulled them in here, and Undying stayed in the tombstone maybe a little bit too long, but he's just baiting them so heavily. He finally dies, but it costs you Tomato. Watson still just standing his ground here on the high ground, and he's got backup. It's Quinn. Here comes Ace as well, able to just chain stun down these heroes. The missile, the Enigma, the damage is overwhelming. They finally get this Lina, but not without cost. The chase continues. Hellscream trying to run away here into the trees on the other side of the fight. Quinn tying up the Ogre for now. Yopaj, he's going to get out of this one. Ogre Magi not as lucky. Quinn finishes the job.
Keep him alive, which, to be fair, they've got a lot of saves.
They're looking for the Ember. Dawnbreaker's going to come in, try and heal him up. The black hole, though. This one immediately going to get canceled from Watson. Now, Dawnbreaker is dead. That's a huge 2 kills here for the side of Shopify. They've also caught Malady, and there's another Dragon Tail to follow it up. They're chasing for more. Big call down's going to catch Tofu. Does manage to get the ultimate off, but he's still dead. And now your Lina is all alone. Chain stunned up here. Fire Blast continuing to connect. He looks to finish off the Llama, and he gets him, but the pendulum swings Shopify. A full team wipe.
Did the playmaking build earlier. Blink, Mage Slayer, all of that. Now he can go back for damage since some control will come from his Enigma and the puck.
Okay, Yopaj. I don't know what the plan was here, but Does he get the blink out? He does for now. The chase going to continue. Quinn doesn't get caught from the coil, and the chains is now out, and Yopaj completely wastes the Aegis. Okay, so that is super painful.
That's what we
the whole idea with
Aegis overconfidence.
Smoked up here on Shopify. They did get a glimpse of some heroes here. There's the ward, dropped out, blinked Dragon Tail onto the most important hero. They do get bailed out from the Tombstone. BKB out from Tomato. Ace is gonna run. Protected by the Glimmer Cape towards Shopify. As they'll get some vision of Skem here. Looking to scout for some more. Divine Llama up on the high ground, looking for this black hole opening, holding this Dawnbreaker back as they get a coil on to do the black hole whiffs completely. They don't get Watson, and now the turnaround begins. They trap the puck here in place. Does he get out? He did somewhere. Jumps managed to the top side. As they chase for more here. Divine Llama gonna get caught from the chains, forced to BKB. Do they have the chase? Quinn reflecting a decent amount of damage here with the Blade Mail as they look for Hellscream up on the high ground. Great fear, and they will get him. So it ends up being a 2 for 0 and a buyback on the Ogre.
It didn't catch the Lina because I think he even had Blink available.
That's what I was wondering, if he had it.
Maybe someone canceled it, so I don't know. But now they're trying to force this. You don't have Black Hole available.
Die on 2, I think. I mean, the coil's going to prevent Ace from getting in here, but Tomato is stuck. And Watson is much stronger. 2 heroes dead. Now looking for Skem. Shopify. This is going to be a dieback on the Ogre.
I know in the end that was very one-sided for Gaimin Gladiators, but Tomato lived. Shopify manages to kill it. So there's now a couple ways to deal with the black hole.
Well, there goes one there for the Ember. So far, it's a 1-for-1 trade. There isn't a Tombstone on the high ground, which is causing them a little bit of issues as the Ember Spirit is just in. There's going to be the BKB. The Dawnbreaker comes through as well. They really want to be able to find the kill here onto Divine Llama. He's got a BKB available. And he's just going to die, holding his buyback, drops the gem in the process. Able to constantly just chip away at this backline and find heroes out of position. Watson will just quickly pop the Satanic, heal back to full, clean up both lanes of barracks. They jump in. They're going to look for the kill here. Call down doing some work, but do they have the damage for Watson? They don't. They just get the Hex onto Yopaj, and he's dead. They're finally going to buy back the Enigma, but saving it for next game, potentially, as you've lost your other two.
Because you have the answer to the black hole as long as Dawnbreaker has ult.
Well, speaking of which, she will jump right on in, find a kill onto Skem. The Hex coming in as well from Ace. As he hits his level 25, that is a quick dieback on your... So, Divine Llama has not a lot of options here. Dragonite is back. Ace is just going to run at him with a Hex. Quinn's going to go in as well. He's going to pop the BKB because he has no choice, and they will just back away on Gaimin Gladiators. They got what they wanted. And somehow a wraparound, but Blink Dragon Tail out. Tomato going to do what damage he can here to Watson. He pops his own BKB. Has a Satanic, I think, but here comes, once again, the damage from Ace. He gets the Hex right away onto the Enigma. He was ready and waiting. Divine Llama's down. GG comes out. And that'll do it. Gaimin Gladiators get themselves their first win here today, a necessary one to draw the series 1-1 against Shopify.
In the end, I mean, I know Shopify